I want to get to my next guest, though. He says there is no speed limit for this economic recovery as long as inflation can be kept under control. He's Rick Mishkin, a former Fed governor and also currently a professor of economics at Columbia University's Graduate School of Business. Rick, good to have you back on the program. Mike just did a great job outlining what is going on in the economy right now. Is this pretty much, are we headed into a strong economic growth here in the U.S.?
Well, I think we're certainly headed into a very solid recovery. But when people talk about a V-shaped recovery, usually when you get a recession that's this severe, the economy actually bounces back much, much stronger than we've actually seen in this recovery. The good news here is that we're in a very solid recovery. The consumer is back. That's actually very good news. Very important is that the inflation rate is actually coming in less than people expected. So that's also very good news as well. So we're actually in a solid recovery. But given what you see, for example, in deep recessions like the one in 1981-82, right, this still is not an outstanding V-shaped recovery. It's really much more of a U-shaped operation right now.
Well, Rick, a lot of people want to know if we're getting this pace of growth, even if it's not as fast as historically, where are the jobs? You and I know that the relationship between GDP growth and jobs sort of broke down during this recession, Okun's Law. Is that permanent? Are we going to start creating jobs, or has productivity taken over?
Well, we'll certainly create jobs. I mean, one of the things that's been very striking in this recovery is how strong productivity growth has been during this recession and in the early stage of recovery. Mm-hmm. So that's actually something that has good long-term issues for us going forward. But we will eventually get jobs coming back. It's just that it's going to be a while. So we're going to have high unemployment for a very substantial period of time. And that's important because that tells us that the economic slack in the economy is enough that inflation pressure should not be an imminent problem. So this is something that we have to worry about down the road. It's clearly an issue the Federal Reserve will have to focus on at some point in the future.
Right.
But right now, so far, so good.
Okay. All right, Rick, we're going to continue our conversation about the economy and also about the Fed with Rick Mishkin, the former Fed governor.